in this bulletin. Well, actually, we've been talking about the issue for past few days. It's not that the issue has erupted all of a sudden. We have been trying to raise this issue over the few months that the gas supply by SSDC to us, it has been really erratic. Under the ECC directive, our allocated gas quota is 276 mmCFD, whereas last year's average gas provided to us was around 190 mmCFD, and right now the situation is that 75% of our gas has been cut out, and what we are getting is only around 70 mmCFD. Now, in this situation, we do understand and we do accept the challenges that the city is facing, but what people or what the stakeholders like SSDC or other parties who could play a role are unwilling to see is that we are in a compromising situation. There is absolutely no way that we can produce electricity unless and until we have the basic component of producing electricity.
All right, Aisha, tell us, what other basic component can you consider as an alternative here? Because you have to, at the end of the day, provide more electricity to the city of Karachi.
Understand completely and accept that. That's what we are here for, to provide reliable and affordable electricity. The point is that we can produce electricity through two ways, either furnace oil or gas. Now, not every turbine, every power producing turbine can produce electricity through furnace oil. And even the ones that can, furnace oil is the most expensive way of producing electricity. So even if, for instance, we get this criticism, or fine, if you're not getting the gas supply, why don't you start producing from furnace oil? Now, if there is a gas turbine that can only produce through gas, we can't, overnight shift it to furnace oil. And even if we do, even if, let's just say, there are turbines that can produce through furnace oil and we're using them, but if we keep replacing gas from with furnace oil, the cost of production is going to go sky high, and that cost eventually is going to be passed on to the consumer, and it would reflect in their tariffs. So the thing here is that we get the slack anyway. If the tariff goes up because we are using more furnace oil, then of course we are blamed for producing expensive electricity, and then the public or consumers, of course, it goes beyond their affordability range. And the other choice is that we start getting our allocated gas quotas, but of course that doesn't seem to be the case here right now as well. The point of concern is that anywhere in the world, we do understand that gas fields, they need to go through maintenance like any other production facility or operative facility. But anywhere in the world, it is being decided and predetermined that which month would have higher demand of gas.
Aisha, I've kind of understood what you're hinting at and all the problems that you're beset with as KESC. Is KESC considering becoming part of a comprehensive composite energy policy for this country at all? Because that's where I think the problems lie.
That is one point that we have been drilling for past 2 years, that what we need to do, we need a more efficient fuel mix. We need to now define the energy policy. We need to now look at alternate sources of producing electricity. See, the thing is that even if today we decide that, all right, fine, we are going to move towards coal power plants, so it's going to take us another 5 to 10 years before we start producing, ample amount of electricity through those plants. So the decisions have to be taken now, not later than today, because this crisis is going to keep on aggravating.